Hey guys, today I've got a book haul for ya. Are you excited? Cause I'm excited. Today's video is being sponsored in part by Penguin Random House and Chronicle Books, and without further ado, let's get started. Yes! 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 The first book I have to show you guys today is Elena Vanishing by Elena Dunkel and her mother, Clare Dunkel. They came together to write a memoir about Elena's battle against anorexia. It sounds like it's going to be a very dark and powerful story about how she just faces this battle full on. It's told in Elena's perspective as she's going through this hard walk in life, and it takes place over a 5-year period. I'm really interested to see how this story goes and to see how Elena faces this issue in her life. Then I have Hope and Other Luxuries, A Mother's Life with a Daughter's Anorexia by Clare Dunkel, who is the author who co-wrote Elena Vanishing. This book is about how this mother hits this point of success and she just feels like she has it all. But she soon finds out that that's just not the case. She's just watched one of her daughters overcome depression, while the other one develops a life-threatening eating disorder. Now again, this deals with a very dark topic, but I think it's very important. It's important to have books like these to open up your eyes to what other people are facing in the world. I'm really pumped to get to both of these books. I think that they're just going to be very eye-opening, and I'm very interested to see how these stories unravel. These next few books were sent to me by Penguin Random House. The first one I have is the sequel to Half Bad, and that is Half Wild by Sally Green. I read Half Bad by Sally Green earlier this year, and while I had quite a few problems with it, I did see quite a bit of potential with this story, so I'm really interested to see where the story goes in Half Wild. I'm hoping that the story really picks up in Half Wild and is really exciting and interesting, but we will see what happens. I wonder if she wanted this book to be green because her last name is Green. Guys, look, you put Half Bad and Half Wild together and you get Christmas. These book covers are so shiny and I just want to stare at them all day. Just like this. Just stare at them. Just gonna stare at them all day. Next up, I have The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Bradley. This is a middle grade historical fiction book that takes place during World War II. We follow a girl named Ada who is kept inside of her apartment because her mother is embarrassed by her twisted foot. When Ada finds out that her brother is being shipped off to London to escape the war, she decides to escape the apartment and go on this mad adventure along with her brother. This just sounds like it's going to be a fun little middle grade story. I've been wanting to pick up more historical fiction lately, to just kind of dive into that genre because I haven't really read too many historical fiction books, and so I thought that I would pick this up and read it because I need more historical fiction in my life. The next book is one that I have been wanting basically since I finished the first book in this trilogy, and that is Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins. This is the sequel to Rebel Belle, and if you know how Rebel Belle ended, you know why I've been wanting this book so badly, because the ending of Rebel Belle was just perfection, completely shocked me, and I'm just really interested to see where the story goes in Miss Mayhem because I just feel like it's going to be hilarious, awkward, and just brilliant, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this book ASAP. Also, can we talk about how small this book is compared to Rebel Belle? Like, this is just nothing compared to Rebel Belle. I hope that's not a bad sign, and I hope that this is a satisfying sequel, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see when I get the chance to read it. Then I received an ARC from Bloomsbury, and this is a book that I've been wanting to get my hands on, and I'm getting it early, and I can't even believe that I'm holding it right now. You can't see that I'm holding it, but I'm holding it. It's off camera. Anyways, that book is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I can't even believe I have this book right now. It is real, right? It's real. There's text in there, so I assume that this is real. I'm just so excited to read this book. I can't even believe that I have this right now. If you guys don't know what this book is about, basically we have this world where fairies and human coexist. It hasn't always been this way though. 500 years before this book takes place, fairies had ownership over humans, but they came to an agreement and they now live in a peaceful world that is divided. So we've got the humans over here and the fairies over here, and there's a divide. We follow a huntress who is forced to hunt in order to keep her family alive. That's all I really know about the plot, but I also know that this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so I'm really interested to see where that comes into play. This book comes out May 5th, and if it sounds interesting to you, then wait till May 5th and then go pick up a copy. Then I bought a copy of Me Being Me is Exactly as Insane as You Being You, and the reason that I picked up this book is because this book consists entirely of lists. It's a story written in lists. How bizarre is that? That just sounds so strange to me. But it obviously intrigued me because it made me want to pick up this book, and that I did. It looks like a big old bookie wookie, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fast read because of the fact that it's written entirely in lists. Like, I just can't get over that concept. I don't know if this has been done before, but it's either going to be a really awesome book or it's going to just not be that great. I'm really interested to see what I think of this book. All I know about this story is we follow a boy named Darren who is just having the worst year of his life, and so one day he just decides to take off and go on a road trip and just leave all his worries behind. I don't know if this is going to be a typical road trip or if it's going to be unique and interesting, but we'll just have to wait and see till after I read it. Oh yeah. Then I got my hands on a physical copy of my most anticipated book of 2015, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I think that's how you pronounce her name. There have just been so many rave reviews coming out about this book, and it just has me so excited. And guys, Brandon frickin' Sanderson blurbed this dang book. Like, the king of fantasy blurbed this book. That's saying something. Brandon Sanderson approves this book, so it's gotta be good, right? So basically this is a fantasy standalone following two characters, and eventually throughout the story their storylines connect. We first follow this girl named Leia, whose brother is arrested for treason, and so she goes undercover as a slave at the Empire's military academy, where she seeks assistance from people who say they can help save her brother. Then we follow Elias, who is one of the military academy's finest soldiers, but he's considering leaving. But before he's able to do so, he's forced to participate in this contest to become the next martial emperor. And then, like I said before, these two characters come in contact and something happens. But I didn't want to keep reading the description because I didn't want to be spoiled, because I don't want to know too much about this book. I kind of just want to hop on the roller coaster and go for a wild ride, or at least I hope it's a wild ride. Also, the book trailer just dropped for this book, and it got me excited to read this book. I can't wait to read it ASAP. I will leave a link right here. You can click the book and it'll take you to the book trailer if you want to go check that out, and I will also leave a link down below. Definitely go check it out though, because it'll get you pumped for this book, and I am just so excited to read this book. It's gonna be a good time. I'm really hoping that it's gonna live up to all the hype. I really think it will. Like, I can't get over the fact that Brandon Sanderson blurbed this book. Like, I'm trusting that this is going to be awesome. Then I purchased 2 books on writing. I really want to start writing this year, working on some projects that I've started in the past and just haven't completed. And I also just want to start on some new projects that involve writing. And so I picked up some writing guides and some writing tip books. And so I picked up 2 books that will hopefully encourage me to write more. And the first one is Bird by Bird by Lamott. I've heard that this is just such a motivating book for writing, and I'm really excited to read it, and hopefully it motivates me to write. Lamott grew up being surrounded by writing. Her father was a writer and he had a lot of writing buddies, and she herself grew up to be a writer and to teach writing, and so I'm hoping to learn a lot about the writing process with this book. Then I picked up On Writing by Stephen King, and I've actually never read a Stephen King book. This will be my first Stephen King book, but I've just heard that this is a very inspiring book about writing. I think that Kat has talked about it in a few videos, and so I'm really hoping that this book empowers me to write and to just kick it into gear and to start something and to just go for it. Because that's my problem with writing, is I just don't go for it. I'm just over here like, hey, I should write, instead of like doing it. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully these 2 books help. We'll see. Woo! So those are all the books that I got in the month of April so far. I'm not planning on buying any more books, but if I do, then oopsie daisies. I'll be sure to leave all the Goodreads links down below, as well as book depository links if you guys are interested in any of the books that I showcased in today's video. You guys should let me know down below if you have read any of these books, what you thought of them, or if you want to see a book review on any of the books that I mentioned in this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Later. Longest video ever, hey, longest video ever, hey, making it longer by dancing, hey, 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 hey. The first book I have to show you guys today is Elena Vanishing. Is Elena, I can't say it.
Elena, I can't say it.
I am so excited to read this book. I'm not even And if you cross that divide, then you die. I actually don't know if that happens. I just made that up. Then I bought a copy of Me Being Me Is Exactly... Oh, I can't spit that out. Then I got a physical copy of my most anticipated book of 2015. Reviews going on about this. And then, like I said before, oh my gosh. Also, the book trailer just... ba ba bo ber der ber der ber der. Ha.
Ba 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 ba.